Hi, and welcome back. This is session 5, and here we're going to talk a little bit more about the home sale contingency and a condo versus single family homes. So, what is a home sale contingency? You'll see this crop up every now and then, and especially if it affects you. We talked about this in different sessions, but let's delve into this a little bit more. If you have currently, if you own a home and you want to buy a home before you list your house, you want to make sure that there's a house that exists out there worthy of you selling your home and moving. So you might want to wait until you find the house. However, a home sale contingency isn't favorable to the person selling the home that you want to buy. So that usually doesn't happen unless the market is slow, or they overpriced the home and they didn't get an offer, or there's functionally something wrong with the home. But most often it's because the market's just a little bit slower. So they are willing to entertain an offer that may take a little bit longer and holds a risk. There's a risk that your house might not sell as well. So they will look at that offer with a little bit more scrutiny, and usually they'll expect full price. So you're going to really need your agent to do a market analysis, not just on your house to see what your house is worth, but on the house that you're buying. If they've overpriced the house and you offer them full price, it may not appraise for that price. So there's little tricky things that you have to think about. Also, if you are needing to sell your house and move to a different state, you're going to have to fly to find the house. So do you want to fly to find the house first before you list it, or do you want to list your home first? It's always best to list your home before you buy. It's easier transaction for you and for all parties involved, but I totally understand why someone would want to find a house first before they list the house. So there's a form. It's called a home sale contingency addendum. And when you find a house that you like, your agent will attach a home sale contingency addendum, which will outline all the terms and conditions. Part of that the terms and conditions would be how many days that you will, once the seller signs off on your offer, if they accept your offer, how many days will you take to put your home on the market? Most of the time it's 3 days. So you will have to be prepared to get your house listed on the MLS within 3 days. Otherwise, your offer is void. You'll be breach of contract. So you'll want to get your contingency form filled out, submit it with your offer. Once it's signed off by the seller, once you negotiate the price and all the terms and conditions, they sign off. You've got to get your house listed. You've got to get the house inspected, just like in the other sessions. What the method is, get your house the house inspected, and go through that whole process. You'll have about 30 days. Sometimes they'll give you 60 days to sell and close on their house, to sell your house and close on their house. If you are relocating, it's a little bit trickier because your listing agent where you live will have to work closely with your buyer's agent in the state that you're moving to. That's why it's important to find two agents that are compatible and they have one goal. And that goal is to help you sell your home and buy a home and close on it seamlessly. My job would be to find those agents for you. I would find your listing agent wherever you are living, find the buyer's agent where you want to move. They would get to know each other. They would get to know your needs and all of the things that you need in both locations. And we would pick the right people to do that for you. So once Once you have mutual acceptance on the house that you're buying contingent, their house goes pending. Okay, that means that it shows up in the MLS as they have an offer. So nobody really purchases, they don't want to purchase a house that already has an offer on it. It will be, in most cases, subject to the contingency that you have on that home. Agents will still come by and say, can I put in a backup offer? A backup offer on a contingent property, I would say, would have maybe a 30% chance of getting that house. That means a 30% chance that you may not be able to fulfill your agreement with the seller on the contingency of your house not selling in the timely manner. So if somebody comes in with a backup offer and you told the seller that you will list the house in 3 days and you do it, but you will close on it within 35 days and you miss that date. If they have a full price offer that's not contingent, they probably will bump you. They will give you 48 or 72 hours to get your house in escrow. Otherwise, they'll bump you. So it's very risky, not just for the seller, it's risky for you because you really have limited control over somebody buying your house. The things that you are in control over is the price. Price sells. If you list the price at market value, you will have an offer within the market time, whatever that is where you live. If you overprice the house, it's going to take you longer to sell it. If you underprice the house, you may get multiple offers. So your agent will be able to discuss with you all about the home sale contingency and everything that you need to really consider when doing this. So what's the difference between a condo and a single family home? It seems very obvious, but a lot of times it's not. It really depends on how the developer worked through the details with the city. You may have a condo that is stacked, where it looks like a condo. Those are very obvious. And then there's some condos that are just attached with one wall. You may think it's a condo or a townhouse, but it's actually a single family home. So what are the differences and why would you even care? Well, mainly it's because of lifestyle. There's a lifestyle choice, and one has very low maintenance. In a condo, you don't have to worry about anything that's outside. Condo, the roof's taken care of, the outside's taken care of, the grounds are taken care of. All you do is pay your HOA, which can be sometimes expensive. But they usually come with a pool and a clubhouse and different types of amenities. But it's a lifestyle choice that you have. You may feel more secure living with people really close. Also, the number of shared walls. You'll have to consider how many walls are together. Do you have somebody living above you or below you? Have you considered the kind of noise that you might have? Are you sensitive to noise? You just have to make sure that, when you are looking at a condo, that you've considered all of your needs and desires. If you need something quiet, living on the bottom floor of a condo may not be something that would be too quiet. But it just depends on the type of condo and how they built them as well. The type of insurance that you have with a condo is renter's insurance because it's everything from the walls in. So your contents, mostly just the contents of your house. You don't have to pay full bore homeowner's insurance. A condo will also have different types of restrictions with pets and what kind of things that you could put on your balcony and those types of things. So consider that. And it's also a little bit harder to sell if the market goes down and there are a lot of properties on the market, and it's just harder to sell a condo when the market is down. Single family home. You have the privacy. You can blast your music if you want, within reason, I guess. Um, you have to do all your own maintenance inside and out. You can't just call somebody to come out and fix the siding of your house, unless you pay for it, of course. Sometimes there's an HOA. Older homes generally don't have HOAs, but some neighborhoods that like to keep the integrity of the condition of the neighborhood will always have an HOA. There are no shared walls unless it's a townhouse that has specifically called them single family homes for the city. And it's just overall, you'll have your privacy. You'll have you can have pets, and you can have room for growing your family, and all of those types of things. And also, to consider, if you're going to have a growing family or somebody else living with you, you'll have more room with a single family home generally than you would with a condo. Single family homes are also easier to sell in a down market, and they also gain equity faster than condos, generally speaking, unless that condo is in a high rise in downtown San Diego or someplace where people really love to live. So, in summary of session 5, we talked about purchasing a condo versus single family home, and basically that it's going to be around lifestyle choice and price. And to consider, a condo is going to have an easier maintenance lifestyle. You'll only have to worry about the inside of your condo and not the outside. Whereas a single family home, the entire responsibility of maintenance falls into your lap, inside and outside. But two different types of lifestyles and for two different types of people. So, whatever you decide, you're still going to be a homeowner. So, congratulations. See you in session 6, which will be covering what you should expect from your real estate agent and your loan officer. See you there.